Alright guys, welcome back to Only Divergences. Huge day for Blackberry, so I have to update it. I initiated coverage on the stock on Sunday. You can watch the video by clicking the link in the description. And I pointed out that it did look quite bullish, as the current pattern, this one right here, looked a lot like this one right here. You know, it's just a simple, you have a pop, comes down, consolidates, and then it pops, comes down, consolidates, and that's what we had today. And so we got the higher low, making this confirm the bullish move we were looking for. And in this video, I will build on that previous video and discuss what the implications are because of this move. I will also be taking a quick look at Robinhood. I took a small position in the stock today, so let's see the reasoning for that after Blackberry. The timestamp for Robinhood will be in the description if you want to skip ahead. In the last video, we talked about the similarities between this pattern, this one here, and this pattern, and that the odds do favor some sort of a repeat. We can see the MACD was in a similar position here, right? Just spending a lot of time under here, waiting for a release like this. And yeah, take a look at that. All we really needed was the right setup. So going into Monday, we did have 3 green days. So Monday's pullback was not unexpected, but in doing so, it opened up the door for this nice breakout pullback and continuation move, which was even stronger today. And yeah, so it was a very, very good day. So the question is, what next? Well, I'm not predicting anything. All I do is look at patterns and then compare them. So if we compare this pattern, the current one that we're in, to this one, what can we expect? Can we expect higher prices? Well, I have to say yes. I mean, look at this right here, okay? Look at this, and look at this. Last time we had a sort of a price, slowly, small little bounce up, a little bit of a consolidation, but then ultimately we moved higher. We exploded higher. And this was just the second one. This wasn't the first one here, right? Looking at the momentum indicators, let's take a close look at this, okay? Look at what we had in the MACD here before this move was over, right? Look at all this green. Look at these massive green histogram here. Right here. See this? If we take a look at our current move, we've just started. We're not even here yet. We're just here. If we repeat, right? That's the most important thing. What about the DMI, this indicator down here that I absolutely love? Well, look how high red was back here. Look how high black was before this move was over. Same thing applies back here, in fact, right? You need red way up here, and you need black up high here as well. Look how low green was down here. You know? We're nowhere near there. Look, it looks like this move is nowhere near over. And I would think that you would have to agree with me just based on what I laid out here. Okay, this is a pure technical analysis argument building on what I talked about Sunday. Now, I know me personally, I take profits early and I'm somewhat cautious, but look, I have to call a spade a spade. Okay, this looks like it's going higher. Now, are we going to have pullbacks along the way? Absolutely. We had a pullback yesterday. I'm looking back at the analog. We had a red day, even though it was a positive day. We had pullbacks along the way. Even back here, we had red days and pullbacks, right? But these pullbacks ultimately proved to be buying opportunities on the way to the peak. So right now, I'm looking at most pullbacks that Blackberry has as buying opportunities prior to the peak of the current move that we are in. I hope this logic makes sense to you. Let me know if it doesn't. Okay, now a couple things I want to point out. First interesting thing is that we saw that not only did Blackberry rise, but Tilray and all cannabis stocks did as well, and it happened almost at the same time, right around this area here, right, this midday area, just around 1 o'clock. But what didn't happen is that the main meme stocks like AMC and GME did not move higher today, or at least not materially higher. And remember in the previous video, I was expecting that, look, if Blackberry moves higher, AMC and GME should move higher as well. And they didn't. So this suggests that the market may be further diverging and rotating under the surface, which actually could be very, very good. Look, I wasn't going to put out a video today because I am super busy right now, but I just hope you can appreciate this comparison that I'm making, this move here, this setup, and this setup. What I think is most important and I really want you to listen to this part of the video, is that while Blackberry likely will move higher, I cannot say how high it will go. And I'm concerned that we could have a huge move higher. And let me tell you what I mean in the simplest terms. In my previous video, I outlined the potential for Blackberry to be forming a decades-long reversal, right? We've been under this 200-week moving average since 2011. Did we have a small breakout above it here? Yes, we did, but we eventually moved below it. Well, look what's happened now. We've now moved above it, and we're holding above it, and we're forming higher lows above it. This means that buyers are stepping in a lot earlier. The implications for this, if we are in a bullish move that is aligned with this long-term move in the stock, could be that not only do we go to the previous highs up here at 28.77, but we can go a heck of a lot higher than that. Look, I'm not part of the moon gang, right? I like to be sober and calm and look at the technicals, okay? But when the technicals tell me that the upside doesn't have a limit, I feel that it's my duty to share that with you. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight. And look, I could be wrong, but I feel that I need to bring this to your attention, that there is some very bullish technical patterns playing out in Blackberry right now. Now, the one thing that I will say is to keep in mind that these big moves have come back very quickly, okay? So you have to be careful. Now, this is not the best thing to say after just saying that I think that it's very possible Blackberry could moon. But this is not financial advice. Also, even if Blackberry does eventually move higher than this 28.77 high, it may not do it this time, and it may not do it all at once, right? That said, anything is possible because of this higher low here, this one. See this low here and then this low here. If this really brings people in, things could get interesting. Now, the fundamentals might not be there right now, and I generally avoid fundamentals, but if you are a holder and you could provide me with a fundamental argument for the stock, please comment below so that I can have an understanding of the material potential for a move much higher. And I only bring this up because if Blackberry is to go a lot higher, I would think it needs institutional money, and institutional money is heavily biased towards fundamental analysis. So any help would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so now just quickly on to Robinhood. The weekly doesn't really help here. The daily, it was a very simple idea for me. This stock has been coming down, well, longer term it's been coming down quite a lot, but it's also been coming down since this little move here. And let's not forget, this was the first big call trade that I made. So this is what started it all last September. So after having come down here, it looks like it's starting to maybe form a little bit of a divergence. We can see we had this low here, and now it looks like this is a higher low. So if this is a higher low, then we should expect, a nice little follow through up here, maybe to $45. So I took a small position. Okay, I will let you know what happened to that position in my Friday week ending video, even if I end up losing money on this one. Okay, I'm taking screenshots and showing you, and I'm also telling you right now that I'm holding overnight. So if it gaps lower tomorrow and it keeps going, you will know that I lost money no matter what. So 100% transparency here. I will also go over my Facebook trade, which was only a 50% gain, but a gain nonetheless. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see that video. I will likely update Tilray tomorrow, since that was another stock that I initiated coverage on this weekend. You can watch that by clicking the link in the description. I felt we could get a dead cat bounce, but I'm not sure this is a dead cat. So I want to spend a bit more time on that analysis, so give me a day. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope you found this informative. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow after the close. Take care, guys.